Hello, my name's Eric Cromwell. I'm proud to be the co-host for the Gene Stewart Show right here on your local television. And I'm honored to be with a good friend today, a 40-year veteran of gospel music, and a friend of mine for some 15 years now. I don't know sometimes what to call you, brother, reverend,
pick one. It doesn't really matter. Just
but,
pick one.
Ed Crawford from West Virginia, Buchanan, West Virginia. Ed, it's good having you with us tonight.
Good to be here. Thank you, Derek. It's always a pleasure to be a part of what's going on, and we're thrilled to be a part of the show.
Well, you're up here right now at the time of the taping, visiting us, doing a week-long revival service and music and everything else.
You know, that's what we do. You know, we sing, we preach, we travel, we evangelize. Whatever allows us the opportunity to present the gospel, that's what we do.
Well, and having known you for several years, you do it quite well.
Thank you.
We want to ask you a couple of questions here, though, because there's folks up here in the Great White North that are not that familiar with you, but I know they are familiar, many of them, with one group that you were with for several years. And of course is the mighty Kingsmen Quartet.
Kingsmen Quartet. When I was there, we used to be called a ton of fun. And when I left, they said half a ton went with me.
Well,
I don't know about that, but it was a joy to spend 10 of the happiest years of my life with what I consider to be one of the great organizations of gospel music.
And then even today, their name rings classic, no matter where you call it.
That's very true, and it's, again, an honor to have been a part of that.
Well, what led you into the music industry in the first place? I understand you had a background in football.
Yeah, well, I played football back in West Virginia many moons ago, back when Moby Dick was still a minnow. But I played football back then, but I from the time I was 13 years old, I heard my first quartet sing. And it was a group called the Prophets Quartet. And I thought right then, man, I love that kind of thing. That's what I want to do. So I concentrated all of my efforts on that. In between playing football, and I got hurt playing football, dislocated the shoulder 6 times in 5 months, and decided that was enough of that, and concentrated at that point all of our efforts on singing gospel music, and that's what we've done.
Well, buddy, one dislocation would have been enough for me.
Well, I wanted to play pretty bad, but I endured the rest, but it wasn't endurement. It wasn't something I enjoyed, that's for sure.
Well, being from Kentucky, we always said those boys from across the mountain there were just tougher than pine nuts. So. But music is not just for you. It's not just an industry.
No.
You have used music your entire career, 40 plus years now, as a ministry tool. How did you come about making those work together?
Actually, an old pastor friend of mine, I was a music minister for the week at his church for revival, and we were singing, and people seemed to be enjoying it, and he told me that I need to be preaching. And so in many churches they bring in a music evangelist for the week, and then they bring another evangelist in for the week, and it just seemed to make sense that if we could pull both those things together and do both at the same time, it would make things a lot easier. And that's exactly what we've done.
For once in my life, I found what I wanted. I found the King of Kings. For once in my life, I found what I longed for, and oh, the joy it brings. I wanted to find someone who loved me, someone to fill my heart. I longed for a friend who would never, never part. For once in my life, I came to the Savior, the Master of everything. And there in a moment, my longing was over, and oh, the joy it brings. For once in my life, I found someone who loved me, someone to thrill my heart. For once in my life, I found someone, my Lord. was over, and oh, the joy it brings.